Hello everyone, we're excited to welcome you to this video today. I'm Nick, a founder at Wordify.
And I'm Daniel, also a founder at Wordify. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with one of our longtime clients, Rob Wheeler from Wheeler Media, to dive into his experiences with WordPress and Wordify.
Wordify is a managed WordPress hosting platform that makes it easy for agencies and developers like Rob to design, build and launch WordPress websites.
We're excited to bring you this video where Rob will share his insights with us. Let's get started.
We're going to dive into Rob's remarkable journey with Wordify and explore his experiences, his incredible tech adventures, and gain invaluable insights into how Wordify has played a pivotal role in supporting his online presence.
Hi Rob, you've been with us for quite some time and it's nice to meet you in person. Welcome to the video.
Thank you guys. No, it's a pleasure, absolute pleasure.
Good to have you here, Rob. So look, to get started, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your business, please?
Yeah, sure. So the business kind of started out of COVID. I was working in an IT firm and everyone was furloughed and I was sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and I've got a keen eye for design. I've always kind of wanted to do it and I dabbled a little bit in my spare time, and I thought, right, now's the time. Start learning how to actually use WordPress and actually how to code. So yeah, at that point I was starting to looking for a solution. But in a nutshell, it was basically I started to do designs for people for free just to build up a portfolio. I think it's just going from strength to strength, and I have probably Wordify to thank with that as well.
Yeah, that's good to hear. It's funny because some people started like baking sourdoughs and things like that during COVID. And you obviously learned how to develop WordPress
On as well, yeah, believe me.
Yeah, I guess so. Was Wordify your first hosting experience, or was that?
Pretty much, yeah. I think I'd had a look across when looking for a hosting solution, because even though I've got the IT experience, I didn't. The thought of having a server in a bedroom and just wasn't. It's not really the given thing now, especially with my background in business continuity, disaster recovery solutions. When I see people with servers on-prem and they've got no DR, there's no replication, you're thinking, okay, well, that's a myriad of risks. So I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't entertaining that. So then looking for a hosted solution, hosted companies. There are lots of companies out there, probably spend loads of it on SEO, claiming they're the best. When you deep dive into the figures and what they're offering, you're thinking, that's really, one, it's expensive. Two, I'm a startup. I need something to grow with me. And it just, I don't know how it happened. I came across Wordify, and it right from the get-go, you guys have been brilliant. Not from the packages and the pricing, it was just, it could grow with me, and the pricing and the support as well has just been fantastic. So
that's really great to hear. Which kind of dovetails into my next question. And how has Wordify's support and hosting solutions contributed to the growth of your business?
Yeah, I'd say, again, coming from an IT background and worked a little bit on help desk and always got a lot of sympathy for people working on a desk and raising tickets. So when I'd had an issue, and it's probably not even related to the hosting, it was probably more like my own naivety of not knowing enough with WordPress at that time. I'd asked a question, any chance you could advise? And you guys had just gone, no, it's this, and they'd give me a report, come out and gone, you want to remove this plugin, that's the issue, and do this. And it was just like a breath of fresh air, and that's how I'd learned, and that's how I've grown. Not to say I'm asking you guys questions daily about how to use WordPress, just on the odd occasion when I've gone on forums and ripped my hair out, you'd have the answer. But I think also the main key here is I've got other suppliers that might have an issue or something's cropped up, and it's always a raise a ticket. And I'll get back to you within 24, 48 hours. With you guys, it's just, I'd probably go and make a coffee and it's like, oh, run back. No, you've answered my question. There's no kind of, I suppose when time's of the essence as well, if something's critical on a website, you want answers quickly, and you guys are there to support me. So it's invaluable.
No, that's brilliant to hear. I mean, that is one of the benefits of chat support now as well, that it combines that kind of instant telephone support type thing, but with the benefit of being able to share error logs and messages and things like that. And so you can chat support was always very important to us. We wanted to do email, but we really wanted to do chat support as well. And so that's great to hear that is working well, for you and helping you support your business, your customers.
Well, and it's also nice because, like, from Wordify as a company, from day one was always support first, sales second, kind of like that was, I think, on the original vision statement for Wordify was support first, sales second. So it's nice that's kind of, feels like we're achieving that. It's nice.
Yeah,
100%. Well, I think that came about from the conversation of, when you always call companies up, and not that people really call companies anymore, but back in the day, it was always like, press 1 for sales, press 2 for support. And we always thought, well, that seems like the wrong way around. It should be like support your, as Daniel said, support first. Thankfully, you don't have to call us and press 1 or 2 on a telephone anymore.
Yeah. So, like, with the Wordify feature set, what do you find most beneficial there?
I think the rapid deployment, being able to just, obviously that's the core of the core of the business with Wordify. I think if I give an example, I was randomly stopping overnight in a hotel with work, and I got talking to a couple outside, and then as you do, just end up talking business. And she said, I do like holistic treatments and this, that, and the other. And I was like, instantly, I'm like, have you got a website? and because of that as well, I said, look, you got a Facebook page, I'll glean the information. And because of these tools that you've got, I managed to, I think within a few hours, so we had dinner, I went upstairs to the hotel room, deployed it, and then within a few hours I came downstairs like, is this any good? And she was like, so, and I said, look, that's just a first draft. Imagine if I had more than an afternoon. So how good I can make the website. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for me. And I think having some of the other subset of tools in the arsenal, being able to look at the plugins, there's been many a times, and I hate to, I'm not going to name the names of the plugins that have caused me issues in the past, but just say there's been one that I won't use anymore. And when you can't get into the admin, you need the back end to be able to go, right, I just need to go to plugins, that's the offending item, delete. And then it just work with the site's back up and running. So again, talking about return of investment, talking about downtime, having that ability to just quickly dip in within about a minute, 2 minutes max, you've solved it.
You already talked a bit about support, but how would you describe the level of support that you receive from the Wordify team?
Me personally, I can't. I feel like I'm really blowing you guys out of into the stratosphere. It's because I can see it from both sides, and I've worked in a help desk. I can't fault it. There's not a day that since I've been with you guys that it's been that engineer on help desk doesn't help me. It's just been 5 stars all the time. And again, I can appreciate it from having worked on a desk and having worked with guys on help desk. No 2 days are the same. You might have some days might be great, and some days you might be really struggling to support your clients on the help desk. But it seems like anything I throw at you, that's never an issue, and it's so yeah. When I put at the end of the support, when it's like, how do you rate the service? I always think the 5 stars, and I'm not trying to. Try and find fault, but I can't.
No, that's really great to hear. Out of interest, we recently deployed a feature in the help desk platform we use, which is called Intercom, and the feature is called Thin, which is like this AI bot that's supposed to learn from previous conversations and experiences and answers that you've had. Have you had any experience with that? Has it been any good? Has it been able to help you at all?
I think a lot of my issues are more, I need to talk to someone, but once bypassing the bot, once it says, are these articles any good? If that's what you're on about. 9 times out of 10 for me personally, it's like I need to just qualify a question with a person, and then the bot just directs you to a person. But the bot's really good on the few times it has worked, because you've got forums and FAQs that it will point me to, for argument's sake, it could be a domain. In the early days, it was probably, how do I link this domain that's on GoDaddy? And you've got a whole article written about that. So
Yeah, no, I suppose that's the whole idea of it, that it's to complement our support team, and so just provide you instant access if you do want to help yourself. But you've always got the option of, falling back to the team if you do want to talk to them. So that's good. Good to hear.
So I guess following up on that, what are we missing? What can Wordify add to the arsenal to I guess to help you deliver websites to your clients faster?
You may already have it, and I haven't even scratched the surface, but I think because I use the standard plugins now, I'm guessing, is there a way of like whether it is a bit of AI in the back end of that to sort of say, I want, once you tick in the box of where you want your server hosted, is there an option to say, I don't know, upload the standard plugins and I just tick these ones that I want? So not only just installing WordPress, but installing the plugins automatically.
Yeah, look, I think that is a brilliant suggestion. We do have a way of doing that now, albeit might not be as intuitive as you just described. But basically what you can do is you can make a template in the dev site feature. So you can use the dev site to create a site that's got all the standard plugins that you use. And then when you want to roll out a new site, you can clone that dev site, the dev site being a free site, you don't have to pay for it. You clone that then out to each kind of production site you want, and that's got that set of plugins or themes or customizations already kind of set and ready to go. So it would be interesting if you could try that and see if it worked for your use case.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's anything else really. I think as we touched on AI earlier, as that's slowly taken over automation, and I don't know how that would impact. I know there's a couple of plugins that are now using it to, again, remain nameless. They're using AI to design sites, and I think that takes some of the fun out of it. So there's, I suppose it's a fine line of where do you want this to go? Is AI, is it the future, or can it assist in little bits and not take over the whole design aspect? But in terms of a hosting company, yeah, I think just more ways of automating the menial, that's the word, the mundane tasks that we have to do. That'd be ideal. That's the only thing I'd probably add.
Just out of interest, to go back to what you were just talking about then, has AI, it sounds like perhaps not, but has AI impacted how you kind of make websites? Are you using it at all in any way, shape or form? Yeah.
And I probably shouldn't say, because it's a bit, I'm using a lot of AI to, I think the copywriting and the blog writing is just, I'm absolutely adding that as my arsenal of services, because, yeah, being able to write blogs, not having any knowledge about an industry, let's say, you could just type into ChatGPT, let's say, and just go, write me a blog on industry topics for this industry and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, you've got a fantastic blog with all the keywords. And so, yeah, I'd hate to be a copywriter right now, but I'd absolutely be adding this. I'm adding this to bolster. Really, it's just making my clients more sticky, I suppose, and just saying, look, I'll do the hosting for them, I do the website, and any changes. I can obviously do the emails and all the IT piece, but then it's also the SEO piece. So that's the only thing I'm really utilising AI at the moment.
No, it makes perfect sense. And I suppose the good thing is you take AI and what it does well, and then you put your knowledge and what you do well, and you kind of combine those things. And, AI can probably get you 90% of the way there. And then, you website designer, website developer, you can add that knowledge of what works in SEO and what people actually want to read, as opposed to what AI thinks. And it's a brilliant tool.
So before we wrap up, do you have any advice for businesses considering like managed WordPress hosting solutions, what they should look for in a service provider? Not necessarily Wordify as such, but generally, what would you consider as your key considerations?
For a hosting solutions provider, everything that you guys are doing, it's like you said. I think having the support there. And I've worked for companies similar where you've got like imagine it as being a bucket, and you've got holes in the bucket where you're not retaining the customers because the support's bad or the services, but you keep pouring more in. It's just going to be a constant flow. Whereas I think what you've got is the foundations right. and you got me for life, unfortunately, because I'm not going to move. But the more stuff you add and make it more appealing to others to keep joining you, it's only going to just flourish. So I think, if anyone would have to ask me, if someone says I'm a website designer, I need a hosting company, it would be you guys, just for the services and the support. And I don't think I need to probably go into any more detail than that. I think you've nailed it on both fronts.
No,
Yeah.
Awesome.
that's absolutely great. Yeah, thanks, Rob. Like, it's really nice to hear that our vision of it and what we wanted to achieve, we're going on the right, we're on the right track. So no, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. And it's been fantastic to get your feedback.